Hey fellas, so what you just saw is a disclaimer that's probably going to be showing up on more of my content in the near future. We're just kind of throwing in some other plans off a bit, putting them on hold for now. I'm not canceling anything just yet, but I'm going to be working it because if you've been following the hunting things lately and you see the title of this video, you probably know what the subject matter is going to be. Earlier this year, YouTube was fined $170 million for collecting data on their younger users. And earlier this month, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, has announced amendments to the Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, or COPPA for short. Right, I mean, usually for fairly obvious reasons don't address such a matter of this nature, but in this case I had to make an exception. It's a pretty lengthy document, but uh, basically it's what change is going to reflect a lot of going to be affecting a lot of potential content on the site should it pass its current form. So here there's already making some amendments to it, but it's going to be addressing what I know so far. So here is an excerpt. So, as you can tell, there's already some problems with how black and white these terms are about what the conditions will be. So subject matter header, and I quote, appealing to children, jokes, music, games, video and computer games specifically, children's TVs or stars, cartoon characters, sports, stories, children's books, fantasy, children's arts and crafts, pets, products primarily consumed or purchased by kids like snack food or cereal, language as understandable to an 12 and under, such as closed descriptions, short, slang, pop culture phrases, may be identified by such language as kids only, fun, free stuff, whatever, cool, duh, games, as parents, etc. Whether the website has visual content appealing to children, anime characters, there's bold fast-moving graphics, or bright and vibrant colors. Yeah. So that's basically subject matter that people talk about in some capacity every single day, whether they're a child or not. Especially in this particular part of the web. So I have another excerpt, but I'm gonna get ready to further address this. Okay, the next part of the piece is from the relevant information. It's a pretty long document in the survey, but section B1 is going to be the one that's going to be a major sticking point. Use of host characters. Often a character probably used offline, on television, in movies, or comics or books. Age and laws portrayed on the website. Not an issue in my case, but still need to continue. Whether advertising appear on a website to children under 13, and audio content appealing to children is simple, popular tunes of songs, cartoon voices, child notes, and sound effects. Basically, it already comes off kind of like glorified how to do fellow kids kind of message. But here is like the real troubling part beyond all this. Is this the whole way they worded this is actually a so poor and so vague that even people who practice law are having trouble parsing it, let alone people who, by all means, should not need a legal degree in law uh, to parse this. I mean, and on top of 170 mil that Google was forced to pay, there are potential to be for offenses to be fined up to and including $42,000, which is the most common figure I've seen. I mean, and while I'm really hoping it won't be that severe. I need to be honest and clear because I don't think I actually know for sure what the full extent of it is, but part of the reason why I've been reluctant to address this, but in this case I don't really have a choice given how I mean there have been other people who have addressed this, like such as Chadtronic, Mr. Enter, Jim Sterling for his podcast and Inquisition, Arlo, and many others, but I just listed those who I'm going to put them in the description so you can see the videos and what they have to say about the matter. But the one constant I've noticed is that there's already been some backlash to surprise almost no one but the people in charge of YouTube as well as the FTC people making a decision this saw coming. Likewise, I'm not totally surprised this happened, but like many things that have gone over the past few years, I am very disappointed about the way they're handling it. I also want to make clear that I agree it's important to protect younger users online, do not always underplay that, and that this this law in itself is not a bad idea, but the way they're implementing it and these changes is definitely not the way to go about it, I must admit. I'm also skeptical about the idea of machine learning, given how, on both the FTC and users' part, as far as I'm concerned, at this point, machine learning is basically Skynet or Legion more recently. However, I submit, beyond all the money, honey, which is something that I put more every single day, lies a much greater issue, which I mentioned before, but bears mentioning again in this situation. This highlights a very large disconnect between what the people in charge intend to do and what the user base collectively wants and expects. Since I I'm not thinking they need. I don't think the rushing to update this is going to be good in the long run at all. All sense, I honestly don't want to see a this site go the way of Blip and others like it, where it basically becomes so problematic that it basically devours itself whole, and that. But I'm not ruling out the possibility. Should this come to pass, I mean, I was already planning on rebranding myself in 2020, especially what I got planned over the next remainder of the year. And and that's do I think this will be in YouTube? I don't know. I really don't. But as far as I'm concerned, on a personal level, I think for my current direction, we're in the end game now. I feel like I've been in that direction for the last couple years or so. But based on the situation, regardless of how you feel about the matter, there are three things you can do to prepare yourself. I mean, one, presuming you did not get caught up in the sweep, I did not, but just to make sure your content is compliant with the law, just in case. They already said that you are the best judge of this. Let's all prove it to them. Number two, there is a change.org petition circulating. It's, as of this recording, well over 500,000. We have 750,000 signatures, almost 1,000,000. So I don't sign everyone that comes across me on that site, but I do sign the ones that are important to me, so I recommend you go do that. And third, most importantly, is to, up until December 9th, and to leave a comment on the FTC's website about how these regulations and how you feel and how they might potentially impact you as a user. They don't need to be insulted. I don't think it'll do much good, but I do think that they need to be really informed about what this could potentially do, because it's not 1988 anymore. The internet is not this little niche concept that people just do once every so often. Nor is YouTube some little niche site that people use to watch like videos of people trip to the zoo or Diet Coke Mentos fountains. They are, in obvious fact, some something that's part of our lives every single day. And it's time that people in charge start acting like it. Hmm.